Manuel, you said, should we consider going back to arranged marriages versus love marriages? They have a lower divorce rate. Do you want to talk on that briefly?
I don't personally think we should, but I think we should look at why are there a big difference in this divorce rate. I think that's the answer to that question. Next.
Oh, all right.
He's getting tired.
I do think there's something to be said for being set up with someone by someone who cares about you. Every single person in my family was set up with their spouse, and we all are happily married. And so I think, just going on a dating app where there's no recommendations and, you're just randomly searching, I think if you want a happy relationship, find people, surround yourself with people who are in happy relationships, and then see who they know that might be available and be a fit for you. My recommendation.
And then, Manny, you also said why the dissolution of gender roles is causing the human race to become extinct. Why don't you
real quick, 2.4%, 2.4 birth rate, replacement rate that we have for the world, 1.6 in the U.S. I know I wasn't supposed to say this, but we have the gayest generation right now. They can't have children. I won't say any more, but it's not helping. And we say love is love, and I go, hey, it'd be nice to be able to love if we all weren't extinct. I'm not saying that's the only problem. Porn is a huge, huge issue. That's my whole crusade. But the Lord says these things because he loves us. And
you also said you shouldn't have sex before you're married.
Yep.
Okay.
We talked about that.
Yep. If you aren't Christian, there's no point in getting married.
It's a sacred bond. God is blessing that union. And so if you go, what is the point of it if you're not married? Or if you're not of the faith? I don't quite know.
Could you be
at that
Jewish?
point.
What?
Yeah.
Huh?
Be Jewish.
Oh.
Yeah.
So you could
But
be
I'm
in a
just going-
religion.
I'm going.
Not just Christian.
God, bro,
Okay,
these
just making
people
sure.
are trying to get my fucking
When you
channel
don't have
canceled.
faith, you're
All
not
right.
entering into it as seriously, which is why we have such high divorce rates and, people like Brian not wanting to get married because
I think
when
we
there's
have
not
high
that
divorce
faith.
rates because of social media and how.
Yeah, they've been high
everyone's
for a while.
cheating.
They've been high for a while. The divorce
Well,
rates.
men are cheaters, and that's why.
All men are. No, I'm sure there's plenty of men who are married to women and they're totally faithful and they're good husbands, but for whatever reason, I don't know if the woman. Look, I would suspect there's the woman gets bored.
Women cheat also, yeah.
There might not even be infidelity, but they get bored.
On to the next.
Look, if you're in a genuinely abusive relationship or there is infidelity, I think that's certainly a good reason to get divorced. But if you're just bored, I don't like you got to work on that, I think.
Well, that's why you got to keep it spicy.
And I think to your point, you just got to say, hey, let's have a vulnerable conversation. I'm getting
Yes.
kind of bored here.
Yeah, you got to be
Can we talk
honest
about this?
and
Can we
communicate with your partner
work
on
through
what
it?
you
Communication
want.
is key, for real.
For real, son.
Yeah.
For shizzle.